This is the most undiscovered country in the world. Before we visited this country, we were told it is really dangerous. It is prone to volcanic eruptions. You should have security with you.
Welcome to Papua New Guinea.
It is the most diverse country in the world with over 850 different languages, 1,000 different cultures, and 600 distinct tribes. Places like these do not make it to the news for the right reasons. So here's me trying to show this beautiful country from our eyes. And to really show it properly, let's start from the beginning. Our journey started with a very long flight from Delhi to Singapore and then to Philippines and then to Port Moresby, the capital of PNG. We just took a night halt here and again took an hour-long flight to Mount Hagen.
And from here on, the adventure starts. We are going to attend so many festivals. Next 4-5 days are going to be insane.
Welcome to New Garden.
Nice to meet you. I'm Radhika. Hello. So we have made it. We are outside the airport and people over here are so friendly.
Witnessing the stark contrasts in people's lives never fails to amaze me and makes me grounded. As soon as we landed, we made a spontaneous decision to visit a Huli Wigman village renowned for their unique hairstyles. In this tribe, a fascinating tradition separates men from their mothers and sisters, as it is believed that Huli women are dangerous witches who suck away a Huli man's masculinity. So they live far away in the jungle, purify themselves with oil, sleep on their back with their head on the brick to grow out their hair. But what about us tourists? Are we also supposed to live in the jungles with these tribes?
Our home for the next 5 days, and we were quite aware that it might be a very raw kind of rooms and living. So next thing on our agenda is food. After sorting our hotel.
Radhika is really happy. Guess why?
So guys, we have dal, we have veg curry, we have chapati, we have egg masala.
Thank
So
you.
basically, अगले 5 दिन तक मैं मरने नहीं वाली. I won't starve to death. After such a wholesome vegetarian food, it is time to explore some tribes.
We set off in the opposite direction once again, this time to encounter the legendary figures known as the ghost of PNG.
Oh my gosh.
Their title is not only due to their striking appearances, but also because of a captivating legend. During a conflict with a neighboring tribe, the peaceful Asaro people fled to the Asaro River for safety. Later, when they emerged from the river, they were covered in white clay and grey mud. They appeared like spirits and terrified their enemies who fled in fear.
So these are the men behind the mask.
They now use fear as a strategic tool to avoid battles and protect their community.
Whoa! How old?
They take revenge and then they bury the skull to gain strength from dead people, especially important chief and great warriors.
So his great-grandfather was a great warrior?
Yes, that's why they keep the skull. The grandfather will protect them, give them strength to defend themselves.
The following day, our plan was to engage with the locals and gain insights into their livelihoods, market operations, and schools.
Thank you! India!
It was a truly heartwarming experience to connect with them and learn about their rich cultural heritage.
यहाँ पे बहुत ही सेलिब्रिटी वाली वाइब आ रही है. हम जहाँ पे भी जा रहे हैं लोग इकट्ठे हो जा रहे हैं जैसे आप पीछे देख रहे हो. और यहाँ पे बहुत ही वेलकमिंग नेचर है लोगों का. Everyone is just saying welcome to Papua New Guinea. Bye! So we are now on the mountain top and we are going to see the ceremony of the dead. These guys are going to perform that for us, and they preserve the body for a week, and how they do that is what we are going to learn right now.
As the day drew to a close, our journey led us to Paya village, the essence of our visit to PNG. Our purpose was the Mount Hagen Festival, a grand gathering showcasing more than 300 tribes. But prior to the main event, all the tribes come together to mark as the start of PNG's most culturally rich celebration.
सो फेस्टिवल एरिना के एकदम साइड में एक गार्डन है और हमारे गाइड हमें एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग चीज दिखाने के लिए लेके जा रहे हैं.
It's an indicator, normally be used in the past to identify the culprit.
This indicator was used to identify murderers by placing the murdered person's hair inside it. After this, the elders hold the indicator and go around to see who it will point at.
So today is the festival time. We are finally attending the Mount Hagen festival, and the beauty of this festival is that you can see 70 to 100 tribes together, which is not humanly possible because you have to visit the tribes individually. There are around 800 to 850 tribes, so you have to go to 800 villages to actually see and understand their culture. But the beauty of Mount Hagen festival is you can understand so many tribes together in one single place, which is amazing. My favorite is funeral tribe, and funeral in Pidgin is known as house cry. Their language is also very interesting. So I'll show you the tribes individually and let you know their interesting aspects.
Today was the D-Day that marked the commencement of the festival in PNG. Mount Hagen Festival is celebrated annually, spotlighting traditional music, dance, costumes, ritual, and a plethora of artistic expressions representing various indigenous groups. But for me, skeleton men left a lasting impression. They live in the Central Highlands in a region called Chimbu, which was one of the most hotly contested and highly territorial area of the country. So they started to paint themselves as skeletons to intimidate their enemy into believing that they are not humans and have some source of supernatural power. Papua New Guinea has left me humbled by its breathtaking landscapes and the warmth of its people. This journey has reminded me of the profound beauty that lies in embracing diversity. Remember to cherish every moment of discovery and let it inspire you to explore more. Until we meet again, may the spirit of adventure guide your path.